And we are going to check the structures that we studied during the month about gossip structures. Okay? I will try to take all the necessary information and put everything in only one slide. So you can see that it's really not that difficult. Okay? The first thing that we saw how many structures of gossip. Who remembers?
Seven.
Excellent. There are 7 structures to gossip properly. Those are the words, the structures that exist in this moment. No? And we saw all of these. When we talk about standard sentences, yes or no questions, information questions, when you correspond the verb, when you use a suggestion, request, and order. And if we take this into consideration, let's take a little separation on the slide, okay? I'm gonna make a little modification here. What number is this? 218. Where are you? Here. We are going to take 2 different parts, okay? The section of standard sentences and the section of replacing said, told, and asked. Because I can see that you had some problems understanding structure 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think you had some problems understanding that part. Do you agree with me or do you disagree with me?
Agree.
Yes, agree.
Right? I think the problem in the classes was understanding 4, 5, 6, and 7. Because you did a very good job with 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, 1, 2, 3. Structures 1, 2, and 3 have no problem. So technically all this section is okay. And the second part, 4, 5, 6, 7, is the difficult part. If you have this division, now you can understand the difference, no? The difference between the two. Let me move this over here. And let me put this over there. So, the most important part in this case is part 1 was understanding the structures, the transitions, present to past, and then past to past before past, and then ing to, well, verb to be is are am to was were, and the modals will transforms to could, can transforms to could, will becomes would, can becomes could, Might becomes may, shall becomes should, and if you have would, could, may, and should, no transition. And also the time expressions. If the person says right now, you need to say at that moment. No? If you say today, oh, actually, we don't have today. 101. The expression today. Do you remember what happens when the word is, when the original gossip is today?
That day.
Very good, Elsie. That day. Because we are talking about the day when the gossip occurred. Right? And in this particular slide, we can add the word that we use to respond. Do you remember what is the other word to respond?
Reply.
Very good. What is the past of reply?
Reply it.
Pronunciation, you're close.
Replied.
Replied. That's the correct word. So the person told, the person said, and the person replied. Together with the connector that. So technically, I believe it's not necessary to review this part. I think that part 1 is not that necessary to review. You only need to identify the verb. And the best way to identify the verb is with the lesson of the complex verbs. Question: how do you identify the verb? Tell me, what idea do you have, Brian? How do you identify the verb?
In my own words,
Of course.
You need to identify which word tell you in which time as you express your idea.
In the same time as you express your idea, okay.
Yeah, like the verb be or modal verbs. That kind of words helps to identify expression.
Okay, that's very difficult. That's very difficult to comprehend. I don't understand what you're talking about. So let's try to think about how can I help you with this? The verb in a sentence is the action.
Okay, and it is between person and complement.
Exactly. That makes more sense. Okay. So if you have the three components, of an idea in English is number 1, people,
Person.
the person, no? After the person, you have the
Verb.
verb. And after the verb, you have the complement. And this is the standard, no? Person, verb, complement, and easy peasy Japanesey, kindergarten English, finish. Now, what happens when the verb is very, 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 very long? The verb is a complex verb. And the first thing you need to consider is the different components of the verb includes the auxiliary, the main verb, the connectors, and the secondary verb. Let's copy that. 256. 256. The verb should contain the auxiliary. What else? What else? The complex verb, let's call it like that. The complex verb. What does the complex verb contain?
Connectors.
Before the connector.
Main verb.
Exactly. Most important in this sequence, the main verb. Then if you have a secondary verb, you need a connector. What connector is used in the complex verb? It's only one connector.
To.
Excellent. The connector 2. And finally, after the connector 2, you always need a
secondary verb.
A secondary verb. The interesting part is that the auxiliary is optional, the connector 2 is optional, and the secondary verb is optional. No? Because when you have, for example, auxiliary can is necessary. Auxiliary have is necessary. But auxiliary do is not necessary. Auxiliary do is necessary only in the questions. Do you agree with me or not?
Yes.
Right? The connector 2 is optional too because the secondary verb is optional. No? If you have I like sushi. The secondary verb is not necessary. Right? But if I say I like to eat sushi, secondary verb. Do you agree with me? So let's speak about those components. This is the part 1, the review for part 1. Complex verbs and its gossip. Let's take 3 examples. Example number 1, do you like sushi? Example number 2, I like sushi. Example number 3, I don't like pambazos. Blah. And I like to eat cookies after my meal. So here you have a very simple but very complete conversation, no? Do you like sushi? I like sushi. I don't like pambazos. I like to eat cookies after my meal. Analysis. What is the verb? What is the verb in the first sentence?
To like.
Like.
Like is the main verb, guys. Like is the main verb.
Yes. Do es auxiliar.
Do is auxiliary. Auxiliary, no auxiliar.
Yari.
Right? Excellent, excellent. So the main verb that we are indicating here is the word like, but this is not complete. You need to consider also the auxiliary do. This sentence contains an auxiliary and the main verb. Auxiliary is do, and the main verb, like. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes, agree.
Now you can start identifying
Yes.
the thing, no? You can see very, very clear how important is to understand the verb. In the second sentence, we have I like sushi. What's the verb in this case?
Like.
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 Verb is like. What component is the verb like in this case?
The main verb.
Exactly. The main verb is never optional. Mandatory. How do you say obligatorio in English?
Mandatory.
Mandatory. So we say, I like sushi. This sentence contains only the main verb. And then we go to the next example. I don't like pambazos. What is the verb in this case?
Don't like.
Don't like. Don't like is the complex verb because it's complete. All the information together. What information does it include?
This sentence
contains an auxiliary not.
Exactly. An auxiliary do. And watch out, not is not an auxiliary, it's only extra information, no? It's the negative auxiliary if you like, no?
Yes. And world.
Verb like.
Yes, repeat, Benji.
And the main verb
And
like.
the main verb like, exactly. Now it's more clear. Mhm. Much more clear. And finally, I like to eat cookies after my meal. This sentence includes
Two verbs.
two verbs, but according to the
Mandatory a main verb
a main verb, which is
and connector too.
a main verb, which is
Like.
Excellent. This is the main verb. Then the connector what?
To.
The connector to. And finally, you have the
Secondary verb.
secondary verb, eat. Exactly. This sentence contains the main verb, like the connector for verbs to, and the secondary verb, eat. And this is the review for complex verbs. After you detect the verb, you gossip. And we finish with part 1. Questions.
Not
Easy or difficult?
EPC.
Easy. Are you sure?
Yes.
I want to see you, eh? Okay.
Of course.
He
Super.
said easy. Okay. All right.
Teacher,
Pinky promise. Arthur,
can you repeat, please?
repeat what? Everything?
No, the finish part,
What again?
second part, second part.
Second part. Second part. What part? What part? What part? What part?
After you detect the verb, you gossip.
Okay. This section. Okay. After you detect the verb, you gossip. It means that when you detect the verb in a sentence, like the examples here, the auxiliary, the main verb, the connector, and the secondary verb, this is when you Gossip, the information. Let's take an example. Okay, let's imagine that this information is expressed by the teacher. And then Cesar answers. Okay, so the teacher is having a conversation with Cesar. Do you agree with me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, with this information, we are going to use this part, the gossip. And you say, okay, the first question, the first part is a question. This is formula number. In this case. What formula is it?
2.
Formula 2, no? Formula 2 for questions. For gossiping questions. What is formula 2? The teacher
say that.
Formula 2
Ask it.
exactly. That's the first part. You need to select told, said, or asked. It depends on this information. If the teacher is asking a question, then it's necessary to use formula number 2. The exercise goes like this. The teacher asked, connector,
If
the teacher asked if, and then you transform the idea.
Did
Did.
you like sushi?
Almost. Auxiliaries did, do, and does disappear. You cannot say did, do, and
I
does
like
in the
it.
gossip.
I like it.
Close. We are talking about Caesar.
Ah,
The teacher is speaking to Caesar.
he asked it.
Yes,
No, he liked.
exactly. If he liked, taking the verb in past, the
Such.
teacher, sushi. And this is a correct gossip, valid in the exam.
Mhm.
You see?
Only
valid-
when use a question word.
Only when you use a question word. Well, no, in this
Ask it.
case, it's not a
Ask it
question word
who
because
Mhm.
no. In this case, it's not a question word. A
No,
question word includes WH.
It's auxiliary. Mhm.
Exactly. In this case, it's auxiliary. Yes or no question.
Okay.
For gossiping, yes or no questions.
It's complicated.
It is exactly. We are expanding. There's no word in English for that. Shredding. Do you know what is shredding? Like shredding chicken or shredding Oaxaca cheese?
yes,
We are shredding the language.
always
not
the
really-
people say destroying have expression for hands.
Exactly. Yes, it's impossible to say shredding without the hands, no?
Yes,
That's right. And this is precisely the thing. Here we are shredding the language. That's why it looks complicated, but really it's very normal. This is an everyday conversation. Let me make this bigger so you can take it like this. Make it bigger, bam, bam. Like this.
Teacher, I have a question.
Tell me, brother.
In this case, is possible to say that the teacher asked if like he sushi?
Person verb complement.
Okay.
The order of the standard formula maintains.
Okay.
Don't move it. The standard formula is the standard formula. It's like the basis.
Okay. Thank you.
That's the thing. So after the validation of the formula, you do the gossip. That's number one. Let me put here number one. Gossip number two. Gossip number two is, I like sushi. Caesar. Give me the gossip. Charlie, what formula do we need for gossiping I like sushi?
Can you find the
Sure.
right?
Are you talking about this or the other?
Oh yes, this.
Okay.
The first, the first rule.
Exactly. This is the first rule. A standard sentence. Because this is an affirmation and there is no other thing. So for the second sentence, for Caesar's reply, we need to gossip using formula 1. And follow the structure. Action Caesar. Charlie. Give me the gossip.
Yes. He said that he liked sushi.
Exactly. That's right. Let's go again to gossip. The teacher's question. We need formula 2 for gossiping yes or no questions. And for Caesar's reply, we need to gossip using formula 1. He said that he likes sushi. And this is a gossip that is valid for the exam. This is just an example of how gossip works. That's the reason this is intermediate. because you need to dominate the basic structures, and after you dominate the basic structures, you need to play with the structures. You need to change, you need to transform them, you need to play with the language. This is technically part 1. Screenshot. Let's go. This is review part 1. And let me send this screenshot to the group.
Teacher,
Yes.
and the last example?
The last example, I like to eat cookies.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Let's take that too. For gossiping, the last example, we need structure, help me, Elsie. What structure do you need in this case?
I don't know, teacher.
Oh, really?
Really?
Well, this is an affirmation. Person, verb, complement. Person I, verb like to eat, complement cookies after my meal. This is a standard sentence. You see what I mean?
But I don't know. I have to change the verb to past.
You have to change the verb to past, exactly. Only the main verb. Probably that's your question, no?
Yes.
Change on. Remember only the main verb receives time. Why? Because this is the secondary verb is called infinitive, and an infinitive verb doesn't need a time.
Okay. So it is, he said that he liked
Yes.
to eat cookies
Yes.
after his meal.
He said that he liked to eat cookies after his meals. Very good.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, teacher.
That was a very good example. A very good question, actually. Only the principal verb changes to past, guys. Only. The secondary verb stays like that because it's secondary. Now let me check if we have the. Okay, very good, Caesar. Thank you very much. Let me give you. We need again the screenshot because we did some modifications. So can you send it again, please? You ready?
Yes.
Very good. So then this is part one, no? Let's go back to this sentence, which is 218. Let's go again, 218. And we are going to, oops. I don't know what happened, but here we're going to use part two for gossiping. In the previous month, in the previous evaluation, we studied part one. In this moment, we are going to study part two. And part two for the evaluation is when said, told, and asked are not necessary. You need to replace these sentences, these expressions. And this is when you use other structures. Structure number 4, corresponding verb. Structure number 5, a suggestion. Structure number 6, a request, a petition. No, request, petition, order. Let's call it request, and the other order will be imperative. Imperative verbs. Yeah, let's keep it like that. And this has another logic that becomes a little complicated because it's confusing. Here, you don't need to detect the verb. Well, of course, you need to detect the verb, no? Because you need to gossip correctly. But most importantly, you need to detect the context of the conversation. Not only the verb. What intention the speaker has. So this is the first thing that we are going to study. For part 2, we need to detecting the intention of the speaker. Because we are going to use these sequences. Let's study that. If you have intention number 1 or intention number 4 is when the person says hello. Do you remember the rest?
Yes, no, and goodbye.
And we have other expression. When you receive a present, for example, what do you say?
Thank
Welcome.
Again, Arthur, can you repeat?
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. But when you receive a present, what do you say?
thank
Great.
Thank you. No. When you receive a present, you say thank you.
Yes.
These 4 parts, let's say parts, go directly with formula number 4. This is when we use formula number 4. So let's keep over here. Just like that. Let's give it a moment because we have Jessie in the chat. Hello, Jessie.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, girl.
Good night, everyone. How are you? So,
Good night.
I will take attendance. Good night, Lau. I see you here. Hector, Lau, Arturo, Benji, Brian, Cesar, Charlie, Elsie, and it's
Hello.
hi.
Very good.
Of course.
Thank you, Cez.
Yes, miss.
Thank you, Lau. So, thank you, everyone. Have a nice night.
Thank you
Thank you,
too.
girl. Thank you so
you.
much.
See you.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Hi, Jessie. Bye.
Good night.
Perfect. For intention number 4, you need structure number 4. And you need to eliminate the verb said, told, and asked. So you say, for example, hello, everybody. The teacher greeted everybody. Do you agree with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
The teacher says, yes. Yes, brother. Then the gossip is the teacher agreed. Finished. The teacher says, bye-bye, guys. See you tomorrow. The teacher left.
Left. Left.
Leave is in present. Exactly. You need to pass all of this to past.
So the teacher took off.
The teacher took off. That's
The
another
teacher
option.
took off.
The teacher retired. The teacher withdrew. That's a little bit more difficult. I accept leave or take off in the exam.
In present, profe?
In present, no. A gossip is never in present because you are,
It's in past.
of course, all of them. If you gossip about a past action, never a present action. If you say, congratulations, Hector, what did the teacher say?
Congratulated.
Exactly. Person, verb, complement. The teacher?
The teacher say, oh no,
Replace.
the teacher,
Uh-huh.
the teacher told?
You need to replace. Do you remember what is replace?
Okay, yeah, sorry.
So eliminate told. The teacher.
Teacher.
Congratulations, Hector.
The teacher congratulated.
Exactly. The teacher congratulated who?
Congratulated us or congratulated me.
Congratulated me. Exactly. That's right. Let me take a. Let's do something. I'm gonna make a modification on 212. Okay. Let me give you a more visual representation about this. Okay. I'm going to take this one. And we are going to do this. Verb that corresponds to the intention replaces told, said, or asked. Or let's take it more. Replace told, said, or asked with a verb that matches the speaker's intention. What do you think about this? Is it better?
Yes, teacher.
Right? A little bit more complicated or less complicated?
Less complicated.
Less complicated, right? We are visual people. Visual people. And it's important to indicate some verbs that need connectors and some verbs that don't need connectors. For example, when you say hello, it's necessary to collocate, for example, the verb greet and then the listener. Welcome and then the listener one more time. Receive and then the listener. Approach and then the listener. All of it in past, no? Of course. Let's move this over here. That's it. I think that's more clear. What do you think?
Teacher, more examples, please.
More examples. Okay, more examples. More examples. If you say, for example, Laurita, what can be? If I say, the teacher say hello. The teacher say hello. The teacher say, hello students, good morning. How do you gossip this, Laurita? Hello students, good morning.
Teacher greeted.
Greeted who? You are, yes.
The teacher greeted us.
The teacher greeted us, that's it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. The express, okay. Greeted. Okay. I understand.
Right?
Yes.
And the same thing happens. Sometimes it's necessary the person, and sometimes the person is not necessary. Okay. In the case of congratulate, welcome, and thank, the person is necessary. So let me collocate here. Congratulate the person, welcome the person, and thank the person.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, teacher.
That's the one.
I understand replace.
You understand replace, right?
Okay.
You are changing the word told, said, and asked.
Or asked.
Exactly. That's the secret. That's it. So it looks complicated, but really super easy, guys. Super easy. I think you are understanding better in this moment. Much better. I put this over here and ready. Any question with this?
No, teacher.
Okay, so then let's go back. Right, let's go back to the review. Intention 4, when the person says hello, yes, no, goodbye, welcome, and thank you, you go directly to this. Intention 5. When the person, what is intention 5? Ah, yes. When the person suggests something using expressions like, do you remember what expressions we use for suggestions?
Suggest.
Should.
Suggested.
Uh,
That.
Okay, we go back. Let's remember expressions for suggestions. These expressions indicate suggestions. Why don't you? Why don't we? You should, of course. We shall. You could. It would be a good idea to. Or let's, if you want. You know, these are clear indications of suggestions. Right? What slide is this? This is 213.
Is this for gossip?
No, this is to detect a
Oh.
suggestion.
Okay.
When you detect the intention is a suggestion. So let's do these changes, for example. Examples. I see you very exhausted. What is a good idea for an exhausted person, guys?
Why don't you take a nap?
Exactly. I see you very exhausted, brother. Why don't you take a nap? You see? We are talking about this. Why don't you? Another example. You don't look good. You should go to the doctor. You should is a suggestion. Or another example, using let's. I'm bored. What do you do when you are bored, guys?
Or it is when you um,
When you are like, you're in your
sleep
sofa. Like,
Yes.
with
That-
no activities.
Activities, yes.
Especially children. Children get bored very fast.
Yes.
Teacher is when, for example, when don't like the movie, boring.
Exactly. Yes. So in this specific example, Arthur, what is a good idea?
I am bored. I think do anything else.
Exactly. I was thinking about the word let's. Let's turn the TV off and go to the park.
Yes.
You see? The word let's is also another form of suggestion. When you detect a suggestion, now you transform this idea to should. And we replace told. We use suggested, advised, planned, invited, or told. In the most easy way, you can use told too, or said, no problem. This is structure number 5. Once again, if you detect a suggestion using expressions like why don't you, remember the structures, the expressions? Why don't you, what else?
You should.
You
Why
should,
don't we?
why don't we,
You could.
We shall.
exactly, we shall, etc. Or let's.
Feel. Let's go. Let's. If you want.
If you want, I think,
I think. I guess.
I guess. This is when you use the structure for suggestion. The person suggested the other person that we should. This is formula number 5. Intention number 6. When the speaker asks for an object at a restaurant or asks you to pass something on the table or that is next to you, whatever, you need formula number 6. Connector,
For mandatory.
connector 4. Are you sleeping, guys? Do you understand this? Or no?
Asked.
You need to eliminate told and you need to say asked. But what is a connector, Laurita?
Or. Asked
Yes, of
for.
course. So if you say, for example, the teacher, can I have a Coca-Cola with ice, please? What did the teacher ask?
Teacher Asked for Coca-Cola.
Exactly. With ice.
A Coca-Cola.
With ice.
Okay.
With ice, because I don't like hot Coca-Cola.
Mm.
Right? That's the one. And finally, intention 7. When the person is ordering using only verbs like shut up or come here or leave me alone. This is when you use intention number 7 and formula number 7. Orders. Super important to remember how to detect an order. The order doesn't have a person. So if you have go away, Peter, what do you say? What did Lois say? Tell me, Arthur. This is the formula. Go away, Peter. Arthur, are you there?
Here, teacher.
All right. How do you gossip this? Go away, Peter.
Lois told
Yes.
Peter
Yes.
they're going.
Going. Incorrect. There is no ing in this case. Look at the formula. This is the formula.
Infinitive verb go in infinitive verb, yes?
Can you repeat that?
El verb is gone, yes?
The verb is go. So what is necessary?
Infinitive verb. One moment.
It's over here. Observe the parentheses.
Too much. Okay, yeah.
Right?
Lois told Peter
Yes.
to go
To go. Where?
away.
Exactly. Lois told Peter to go away. Well, I don't have this here in a moment, but you are correct. Lois told Peter to go away. That's formula number 7. You see, my people? It's not difficult. It's only organization. You need to, in part 1, you need to detect the formula, the time, and part 2, you need to detect the intention. Easy peasy Japanese, my people. Yes or no?
Also,
So.
so
Let me just ask this over here. So don't worry, we have in this moment the review, and tomorrow we are going to practice with the video, right? So we can continue practicing this tomorrow on the video. Remember, the exam is Monday. Okay, tomorrow is audio listening and the exam is Monday. Please come to your class, because tomorrow's class is super important for practicing, and Monday's class is the exam, so it's very, very important. Let me make a little modification in this case, so you can have the visual reference of this. Go to the back, eliminate this, and collocate the peel. I will make it more beautiful in a moment. In the next classes, I pass you a more beautiful visual, but this is the idea. Okay. Let's go, my people. We finished for today?
Thank you, teacher.
Yes, of course.
And
Thanks,
see you
everybody.
tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you very
okay, guys?
much.
Have a good night.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
night.
you. Good night, everyone.
You too, guys. Good night.
Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Thank you, teacher. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.